What's good, sports fans? Are you ready to elevate your live entertainment experience? Well, let me introduce you to SeatGeek, an amazing platform that connects you to your favorite events while saving you money. With SeatGeek, you can easily find tickets for sports games, concerts, and so much more, all in one place. The interface is user-friendly, making it simple to browse and compare prices. And one of the best features is the interactive seating chart. You can see exactly where you'll be sitting and how much you'll be spending, ensuring you get the best value for your money. But here's the best part. Check this out. By using my promo code, ChalkItUpSports, you can enjoy a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. That's right, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Imagine catching that thrilling game or concert without breaking the bank. It's a win-win situation. Plus, you'll be a part of a community of fans who eat, sleep, and breathe live events just as much as you do. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to download the SeatGeek app today. And don't forget to use my promo code ChalkItUpSports for a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. Get excited. Now let's get back to the show. Yeah. What's good? This is your boy Tone DeShields the second. You guys are locked in on your dose of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. And your Philadelphia Eagles are officially cooked like a Thanksgiving motherfucking turkey. Your Philadelphia Eagles are cooked. They're cooked. There's no other way to put it. There's no other way to slice it if you ask me. This Philadelphia Eagles team, the offense, they're cooked. They're cooked. And it comes a point in time where you really got to just look in the mirror and just call it what it is. Call it how you see it. This team, this Eagles team, as they're presently coached, as they're presently led, as they're presently constructed. And the thing is, I didn't think the Eagles were built wrong. I actually think the Eagles are one of the best built teams in football. But clearly, there is a disconnect between personnel and coaching. There is a clear disconnect between personnel and coaching. First, let's start with the defense. The defense gives up over 120 yards rushing in the first half. They give up over 200 yards rushing for the game. Already you're in the hole. You can't stop the run. Caleb Williams didn't do anything spectacular. He was actually pretty average. But he ran the offense, executed the play action, made timely throws. Caleb Williams actually has not been elite. It was strictly the run game. They got their asses kicked. And they're still presently getting their asses kicked. I wasn't going to wait for the game to be over. I ain't got time for this. I wasn't going to wait for the game to be over. I wanted to get right to it. Because I actually want to enjoy the rest of my evening. I don't go back to work until Monday. I want to enjoy this time off. And it's getting to that point for me where my emotions are being removed from it. That's a bad place for me. That's a bad place for me to be in particular. When my emotions are no longer attached to the situation. When I get to that point of not caring, or when I get to that point of not being surprised, when I get to that point, oh yeah, that's how I know. That's how I know. This offense has no fluidity. None. This offense can't do anything. They can't do anything. And I don't get why I should expect them to do any more than what they've shown us. They've been mediocre all year long. And I continue to try to tell myself, hey, it's going to heat up at some point. It has to heat up at some point. It's going to. It has no choice but to heat up at some point. It has to. But lo and behold, it doesn't. And also, I have a problem. I'm gonna get back to the I'm gonna get back to the nitty gritty, but I have a problem with going for the 2-point conversion right away. I don't see the point in going for the 2-point conversion right away. If you kick the field goal, you down by 8. You got a chance to drive, then go for the 2 points. Why would you go for the 2-point conversion right away? Basically hurting your chances. You hurt your chances. And what is Hurts doing? It's coming back. I bet you it's a holding call, whatever the hell it is. I bet you it's coming back. Whatever the hell it is. Like Tyler Steen, of course. Oh, man. The Eagles are cooked. What was the game plan offensively today? What was the game plan? I couldn't even get a semblance for what they were trying to do today. Were you trying to get the run game going? Were you trying to pass the ball? I don't even know what they were trying to do. They were awful. They are awful. I'm not pulling my punches with this team. Like I said, I'm at the point now where my emotions are completely snipped from the situation. They are not winning the Super Bowl. They are not winning the Super Bowl. They're not. They have no chance. They have no chance to win the Super Bowl. I don't care what their record is. I don't care. I don't care what people try to tell themselves. They're not winning the Super Bowl. They're not. I don't care about none of these garbage stats. I don't care about none of this. This is all garbage stats. All of it. Garbage. Garbage here. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves. And Kevin Patullo, once again, what was the game plan? What did you talk about this week? And look, I don't know what my man Mark is doing right now, because I gotta pick his brain about this. Because I've seen people say, hey, the players aren't executing. The players aren't executing. I've heard that, right? Yo, it comes a point in time where the message is just not connecting. It comes a point in time where the message is just not connecting. It's not working with this guy, Kevin Patullo, in the building. It's not working. It's not working. He cannot do the job. The one drive where the Eagles actually had life, Jalen Hurts went tempo, calling his own number. The one drive. And then when the Eagles are actually moving the ball, they get the ball back, Jalen Hunt catches the interception, you got a chance to take the lead. What happens? Jalen Hurts fumbles on the tush push. What's going on? What's going on? You kicking the... Oh, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. This is a joke. There's no way Kevin Patullo can keep his job. You cannot allow this man to keep his job. This Eagles offense is not working. Nothing is working. And yes, the offensive line has not been good in run blocking. They have not been good. They have not been great. They've been awful in run blocking. They've been awful. But in this game, make sure I got this right here. You were averaging over 4 yards a carry with Saquon Barkley. You're averaging 5 yards a carry as a whole. You were constantly in second and long, third and long situations. Jalen Hurts misses Devontae Smith early on in the game on a quick slant to convert for the first down. Hurts throws the INT. Hurts fumbles in the red zone. The play calling has no direction. I'm watching Brian Johnson literally set shit up. I'm seeing the creativity. I'm seeing the motion. I'm seeing the misdirection. I'm seeing Brian. I'm seeing what's his name? What's the head coach of the fucking is it Brian Johnson? Is that his name? Ben Johnson. Excuse me, Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson. I'm seeing Ben Johnson creative as hell. Even when the passing game's not, I'm seeing creative run concepts. Jet sweeps, motion this way, motion that way. They going heavy on one side, they going heavy on one side, they create the cutback lane for the running back. Where is that for us? Where is that for the Philadelphia Eagles? Again, I'm seeing Ben Johnson draw up plays, call up plays, dial up plays where they go heavy on the left side. And it looks like an outside zone run to the left. They create a cutback lane, huge, as Broad Street for the running back. You gave up over 200 yards rushing. And then, there's nothing this offense does right. Nothing. They are cooked. And this is the most pessimistic I've been about this Eagles team. I'm gonna be honest. This is the most pessimistic I've been about this Eagles team. You cannot continue with this man as your OC. He does not know what he's doing. He does not know. He has no rhyme, no reason, no rhythm. You cannot continue with Brian Johnson, with Kevin Patullo as your OC. You cannot continue. You cannot. He has no sauce. He got to go. You want to save your season? He has to go. He has to go. You have 5 games left. You have 5 games left, which is enough to build up which is enough time to build up rhythm with a new play caller. 5 games is plenty of time to build up a new rhythm with the new play caller. He cannot continue. It's malpractice. You are quite literally going against conventional wisdom. You're shooting yourself. You cannot. You got 5 games. You got 5 games to get right with a new coordinator. As a matter of fact, you got a long week. You got a long week to figure it out. What are they talking about? What are they talking about in the meetings? What are they talking about in the film sessions? What are they talking about on the practice field? What are they talking about in the cafeteria? What are they talking about in these coaches' meetings? What are they talking about? What are they working on? I'm not seeing no progression, no advancement from this offense. And yes, the offensive line is not playing well, but it goes beyond that. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. The well is dry. Kevin Patullo has to go. He has to go. Elevate Parks Frazier. Elevate Scott Leffler. Do what you have to do to save your season. You cannot keep Kevin Patullo calling plays. You cannot. You can't. He ain't got no business doing what he's doing. He ain't got no business with this job. He is inept. He is impotent. Did Jalen Hurts miss a couple passes today? Yeah, he did. He turned the ball over twice. I called him out on that. But even beyond that, just look at the play. Look at what they're doing. Just look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. The first drive that they scored on, Jalen Hurts took control. What the fuck are you talking about? Who is this? To his backup? You have no idea what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about. The first drive they scored a touchdown on, Jalen Hurts was in tempo, calling the plays. What the fuck are you talking about? You have no idea what you're talking about. Even Herb Street said it. He said this Eagles team runs better when they're in tempo. You can see it. You can see it. You can see it. Herb Street said it himself. He said, yo, listen, their problems, that offensive line has not been good this year. It's so many, the offensive line. Kevin Patullo can't get his head out of his ass. There's no elevation from this Eagles offense. We've been getting by on talent alone. They've been getting by on talent alone. Talent alone. That is it. That is all. Nothing more. Nothing more. It's insulting to my intelligence for Kevin Patullo to go in these press conferences and piss on his intelligence rating. It's malpractice at this point. It's malpractice. Because I've seen what Jalen Hurts looks like when he got competent play calling. I've seen it. I've seen what Jalen Hurts looks like when he got somebody that knows what they're doing. I've seen what Jalen Hurts looks like when the offensive line is doing their job. I've seen it. So, no, it's not the quarterback. Yeah, Jalen Hurts, you can't throw that interception, and you can't fumble right there. You turn the ball over. You turn the ball over. That cannot happen. Because if you don't turn the ball over, bare minimum, you kick the field goal, you take the lead. So Jalen Hurts single-handedly took points off the board. He has to wear that. He has to wear that. He has to wear that. Jalen Hurts turned the ball over twice. That fumble was the most egregious. Jalen Hurts set you up perfectly. Perfectly. And you fumble on 4th and 1. You got to own that, Jalen Hurts. You got to own that. Offensive line, you can't block for shit. What was the game plan coming into this game? What was the game plan? 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 What was the... I got to turn this fan on. Hold on. I got to turn this fan on. I'm dying here. I'm dying. This is a joke, bro. This is a joke. This is a real joke. And the sad thing is, we're not in on it. This is a joke, and we're not in on it. I feel like I'm being punked. It's nuts. This is nuts. Let me get some of these super chats, man. Let me try to pull these up real quick. Skip But the $5 super chat says 2 weeks in a row, the offense looks way better in tempo, aka Coach Hurts, who's comfortable passing over the middle. Fire KP during the mini bye. You gotta fire him. You have to. You have to. Every time this offense went tempo, you saw it looking like something. Whenever they were waiting for the plays to come through, they could not do nothing. Nothing. When they were in tempo, the offense actually moves. When they're relying on Kevin Patullo to call the plays, nothing works. Kirk Herbstreit said it himself. He said when this Eagles offense is in tempo, they're moving. He said this Eagles offense has to get in tempo more. They got to get in tempo more. In other words, Kevin Patullo, sit your ass down. Go pitch quarters or something. Go eat some sunflower seeds in the corner. Thank you for the super chat, Skip. Carlos Rosado with the super chat. Thank you, Carlos. He says, Tone, I can't defend them anymore. This season, we have too much talent to be playing this bad. The damn Jets and Browns have a better offense than us. Shaking my damn head, bro. Dog, I'm seeing, listen, Caleb Williams was not great tonight, but I'm seeing Ben Johnson create opportunities for him. I'm seeing Ben Johnson utilizing his quarterback skill set. I'm seeing creativity in the run blocking. Like, I saw so much creativity from Ben Johnson today, and they ran the ball for the most part. They tried to throw the ball. Caleb Williams had 36 attempts. They tried to throw the ball. But for the most part, they ran the ball 47 times. You gave up 281 rushing yards. You gave up 281 rushing yards. Let me see. What else we got? Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to find the rest of the super chat. StreamYard acting a little funny. Give me a second. All right. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Here it is. All right. HP 6400. Thank you for the super chat. He says, she says, Ellen Small here. I feel you, Tone. But Hurts wasn't scanning the field. He had Dotson and Goddard wide open twice and looking at AJ and Smith both covered. I still bleed green. Yo. You got to go through your reads. You got to go through your reads first. Thank you for the super chat, Ellen. I really do appreciate you. Look, I'm not saying Jalen Hurts was perfect today. He wasn't. He had 2 turnovers. 1 in the red zone. Can't happen. You couldn't stop the run. You turned the ball over twice. And you have no creativity on your offense. You have none. Saquon Barkley only had 13 carries. You got penalties on the offensive line, false starts on the. I'm exhausted, bro. I'm exhausted. J62 Moon. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. He says, bro, how many different runs do we even have? I don't know. I don't even know at this point. I don't even know. What we got? 3? 3? 4, maybe? There's nothing that the Eagles do offensively to stress opposing teams. Nothing. Yeah, defense gave up almost 300 yards rushing. You still had a chance to win the game, though. You still were in the game. This game, everything that could have went wrong in this game went wrong. You not stopping the run, turning the ball over, not blocking well in the run game. Kevin Patullo being an asshat. Everything that could have went wrong in this game went wrong. Everything that could have went wrong in this game. It's remarkable. It's honestly remarkable how bad this offense is. It's uncanny. It's uncanny. It's unheard of. It's unheard of for an offense this talented to be playing this bad. And offensive line has to wear a lot of it, but damn it, Kevin, he has to go. Jeffrey Lurie, save your franchise. You got time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. You cannot waste this. You have 5 games to acclimate a new OC. Get Patullo out of here. Get him out of here. Devontae with the super chat. Thank you, Devontae. I appreciate you, man. He says, as long as Sirianni is here, we will never get back to the bowl. The man can't do shit. Then you hire a buddy as an OC, man. Can't stand that shit, bro. Dog, you might be right. You might be right. Listen, right now, Devontae, you might be right. Right now, I don't care about nobody's resume. I don't care what you've done. I don't care what your record is. I don't care about none of that. This offense will never have cohesion. This offense will never have continuity unless you have somebody that is not only a head coach, but also is an offensive, but also is innovative offensively. See, calling the plays isn't really my problem, right? Nick not calling the plays isn't really my problem. My problem is the fact that there hasn't been any innovation on his offense. Any innovation, none. And then it doesn't help when you have somebody who can't call plays. So you're talking about an offense that's super talented, but you lack innovation. The league has a lot of tape on you because you stay in the playoffs. So we're talking about an offense that has talent, but they lack innovation. You have a head coach that doesn't call plays. You have an OC currently who doesn't know how to call plays. Your offensive line is not blocking in the run game. That is a recipe for disaster. You give up almost 300 yards in the run game. Your offense can't sustain drives. You turn the ball over twice. Kevin Patullo can't do shit for you. The only time you generate offense is when Jalen Hurts goes up tempo. It's bad, man. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Let me see. Grady 87 with the super chat says, I hope not, but Jalen is gone soon. Remember, we did try to get Shador in the draft. Don't count out Howie. He got rid of Foles after the Super Bowl year. Well, Jalen Hurts and Nick Foles are not even in the same stratosphere as a player, for one. For two, I don't think Jalen Hurts is going anywhere. You want to know why? Because you've actually seen what Jalen Hurts looks like when he actually has competent leadership, when he has competent play calling. That's why, even though Jalen Hurts did not have a good game today because he turned the ball over twice, he is not the root of your issue. The root of your issue is offensive line play and Kevin Patullo at your OC position. That is the root of your issue. 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 You can't block in the run game, and Kevin Patullo does not know what he's doing. I've seen what Jalen Hurts looks like when he actually has competent play calling. I've seen it. We all have. Let's stop playing dumb. And thank you for the super chat, Grady. I really do appreciate you. But let's not play dumb here. We're seeing Jalen Hurts under Shane Steichen, competent play calling. Jalen Hurts looked amazing. We've seen Jalen Hurts under Kellen Moore in the biggest games, in the biggest moments, looked phenomenal. And even though Kellen Moore wasn't perfect last year, obviously your offensive line was playing way better and Saquon was doing what he was doing. But the reality is Kellen Moore was more creative, was way more creative than Kevin Patullo is. I'm not doing okay right now is the perfect name right now. I am not doing okay right now. It's the Doug and Press Taylor situation all over again. Buddy coaching staff. No one is getting fired right now. Y'all just deal with it onto the Chargers. No. I'm sorry. I'm not doing okay right now. I can't accept that. You may be right. But I can't accept that. I cannot accept that. I refuse to accept that. You got an extended week until you got to play the Chargers. You got to go to LA. You cannot allow Kevin Patullo to continue to call these plays. You cannot. You got if you fire Kevin Patullo right now, you have 5 games to figure out and acclimate a new play caller. It's not going to be that difficult. It's not the same on defense. It's not the same. It's not the same. This is not a Sean Desai situation. This is different. You can get Kevin Patullo out of there, and a play caller is all about feeling rhythm. They all been in the offense. They're all in the meetings. They all know the terminology. Get Kevin Patullo out of the fucking building while you still have a season. Get him out of the building while you still have a season, while you still have control over the division. The Cowboys are creeping up on you, stupid. D. Trell with the super chat. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate it. He says, we need to look at Sirianni. If this team collapses twice in 3 years under his leadership, when you're supposed to be a leader of men, no excuses. It makes no sense. You're right. You're right. That's a great point. Two out of the last 3 years, your team collapsed. You got to eat that. You got to eat that. Where my man at? Shout out to my man Shannon. Hey, listen, Shannon, get your shit off, big dog. Get your shit off. Get your shit off, Shannon. Get your shit off. Come on. Come on. Get your shit off. Get your shit off, bro. Come on. Get your shit off, big dog. Make sure you subscribe too. Talk about you found me, nigga. Don't come in this live chat talking crazy if you ain't gonna subscribe. Don't come in this live chat talking brazy if you're not gonna subscribe. You gotta don't come in this live chat talking brazy if you're not gonna subscribe, Shannon. You owe me that. You owe me that, Shannon. You owe me that. Love. Do your thing. The world is your oyster, big dog. Love. The world is your oyster. Oh man, where was I? Shoot. Yeah, Detroit, man. Look, dog. The fact that I don't know what else to say. I kind of just laid it all out for y'all, man. I'm pissed. I'm pissed, bro. I'm pissed. Hey, yo, Marcus, you got the link, man. Before I get out of here, I got to hear your thoughts. Hop in for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, 5 minutes. I got to hear you, bro. Talk me off the ledge. Talk me off the ledge. You got an extended week. Get Kevin Patullo out the building while you still have a season. You got 5 games. You got 5 games to acclimate a new play caller. Get him out the building. You're too talented for them to be looking like this on a consistent basis. You got to shake something up. Dagger 81 with the super chat says, we should stop running the tush push for real. Nobody blocks that edge defender, and it always costs us a first or a turnover because we don't block that guy in the end. Facts. That's a good point. I think teams are starting to figure it out. They're not picking up that edge defender. Jalen Hurts don't need you to push him. Pick up your block and do your job. He don't need you to push him. Pick up your block. So, Dagger, you're absolutely right. Granted, we don't see the play like that anyway, but still. Yo, Antonio Holmes, he even makes the tush push look bad. Kevin Patullo even makes the tush push look bad. You didn't give Tank Bigsby no carries. You stopped running the ball. Saquon was averaging over 4 yards a carry. As an offense, you were averaging over 5 yards a carry. You didn't get Tank Bigsby involved. You didn't give Saquon Barkley enough touches. You didn't do nothing. To help your case. Got another super chat here. Linda Washington, Blue Bell with a super chat. She says, if this keeps up, we cannot win any games left this season. Why isn't anyone stepping in? They gotta shake this up, Linda. They gotta shake it up. Linda, thank you so much for your super chat. I really do appreciate you. All right. Marcus, talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Oh my God.
They know how I feel.
Oh, I got this thing on. I didn't mean to do that, but in any case,
it's all good. Let me see.
I had to put the mask on because it was that stunk, man. That stunk. It was. I saw my man Shannon. I sent him your way, man. So, hey Tone, I did the same thing. I said, talk your talk, bro.
I said, listen, if you go talk your talk, you better subscribe at least. At the very least, if you go talk your trash, I need you to hit that sub button, baby boy. That's the least you can do. You owe me that.
So I'm looking at that fourth quarter, and all of a sudden we start moving the ball, throwing the ball to A.J. Brown, and I'm like, why couldn't we do that the whole game?
Because they were in tempo.
No, correct. And also this, I mentioned this on my stream. I don't know if you caught it. When we are on offense, and Jalen Hurts is looking at his play sheet on his wrist, anytime he's looking at that play sheet, that's Kevin Patullo. That's a call coming in that's him figuring that out. So I don't understand. We know the situation.
Wait. What are you saying? So you're saying whenever you see her looking at that arm, the arm with the plays on it, that's Patullo in his ear?
Patullo's giving him like, hey, we're going to run this play. Jalen knows where it is. That wristband coordinates with the play sheet. Right. So if Kevin Patullo can give him the play, but he can say, Jalen, this number is number B6. And then Jalen looks at his thing and goes, all right, we running the trips left, gun, and he'll call the play.
Are you talking about when they're in tempo or just in general? Like when they're not
in general. And I'm making the point when people ask, is it Kevin Patullo's offense or is this Jalen Hurts doing this on his own? So if he's looking at the wrist, that's coming from the radio. The reason why he looks at the wrist is because that play call is probably 10 seconds long, and it's easy to forget. So he tells him, we're looking at play number blue B6. Mm-hmm. Jalen finds it. He reads it off his wrist, so he gets everything correct. But the point is that when he's looking at his wrist, that means it's coming from the OC. That means Jalen ain't making it up. Jalen ain't getting to the line and just doing whatever. So get those thoughts out your head. And we're very predictable. We threw that same quick out, that same quick screen, and Kevin Byard was there. It's like, he did used to play for us. He has seen that play in practice 8 bajillion times. We threw that play to Devontae Smith on the left side. Kevin Byard was almost there. He knew what was coming.
CJ almost got a 2 on Dotson.
Yep. He knew what was coming. Why do you think Byard got the pick? He knew what Jalen was going to do. He saw it in practice for a whole half a season. But Jalen's got to take the majority of the blame on this, is because as bad as we got gutted with a run game, the defense still gave you a prime opportunity with a turnover in great field position, and we gave the ball right back.
Right back.
And Tone, you've heard me say this. When we run the tush push going forward, Jalen Hurts has to slide to his left. We used to do that in the beginning, and for whatever reason, they stopped. And Jalen started going straight ahead. Here is the problem. This is a physics problem. When Jalen goes straight ahead, that means he's trying to run over the offensive linemen who dig down deep. And he is 100% reliant on the guys that are literally pushing him.
He don't need to get pushed, though. He really don't.
Here's the problem. When the guy came over and grabbed the ball, No, go back and watch the replay. Notice what that guy did. He got his hands on the ball, and you're not going to tell me that DB is stronger than Jalen Hurts squatting 600-something pounds. Here's where that comes into play. That DB got over there, got his hands on the ball, squatted down, and braced himself with his legs and yanked backward and pulled the ball out. He used his lower half. Jalen, on the other hand, has no leverage because he has no legs. He is being pushed forward. When he slides left into that guard tackle gap, or at least that center guard gap, he can still push and run forward because at least he's got some ground to step on. When that dude took the ball, he planted with his left foot and yanked backwards, and Jalen couldn't do nothing about it. Jalen had no strength. You're not going to use arm strength versus leg strength. You're going to lose that battle every time. So when we run the tush push, Jalen has to go slightly to his left. He can't go forward. If you go back and look at our tush pushes last year and early this year, watch how we ran it and watch how we slid to the left and hit the hole. When we were doing it like that, we were unstoppable. Now we're going straight ahead, and you can't do that. It's not that they figured it out. That one little thing, that's on us.
Coach,
I don't understand why they didn't figure that out.
Coach, they're not coached well.
No, they're not.
They're not coached well. They're not coached well. They're too talented. I've seen this team operate at a high level when they got competent guys calling them plays.
We've done it before.
They're not coached well. And I hear what you're saying. You know, when they're in tempo and you see Hurts look at that thing, that's Patullo calling the play in his ear. Listen, man.
Yeah, Jihaad Dotson almost runs into AJ Brown. That should have been a completion to AJ.
They're not coached, and that's my thing, right? Like, I know execution is on players, right?
Correct.
But when you're seeing a perpetual lack of execution, something's not connecting.
Correct.
Something's not connecting. When you watch them, you're literally asking yourself, do they even practice? What are they doing all week? What are they talking about?
Jihaad Dotson.
What are they discussing?
The Jihaad Dotson play. When him and AJ almost ran into each other. The Saquon Barkley play on a little flare pass in the flats. Saquon looks for the ball late. Jalen had already let that ball go. You know why that was on Saquon? Because that is nothing but a glorified run play. You want to get the ball in the hands of your running back as soon as possible. So Saquon not looking until too late, that's on him.
Now, granted, Saquon wasn't going nowhere anyway, even if he caught it. But still,
right?
It's just, and then the interior getting their asses kicked. And honestly, they actually Saquon averaged over 4 yards a carry as the offense.
Saquon was having a decent game running the ball.
Yeah, he was getting about 4 to 6 yards every time.
Yes, he was. And you know my rule, Tone, as a running back, the goal is 4 yards a carry.
But this is what happens sometimes. They would have moments or a drive where they get behind the sticks or they get off schedule. It's second and long. It's third and long. Or when they do get something, it comes back off of a penalty. That happens so many times.
A lot of times, bro.
They'll get the third and short. They'll get the third and short, second and short, false start.
Here's the only thing I can look at now. Somebody said this on my stream, bro. And I was like, never thought about it like that, but we got 10 days to the next game. That's a lot of time if you want to make a change.
Before you came on, I was screaming at the top of the mountain.
That's a lot of time. If you're going to make a change,
if you're going to make the change, if you're going to make the change, this is the time.
This is the time to do it.
Because let's, again.
And after this loss,
I
feel worse about this loss than I did about the Cowboys.
Yes. Yeah, at least you saw the offense look like something. And Marcus, changing a play caller is never an easy thing to overcome. But I'm sorry. I'd much rather take my chances with a new offensive play caller than a new defensive play caller. And the reason I said that is because in 2023, and this is teetering dangerously close to that.
Well, I'm glad you said that because this is the difference. In 2023, when they brought in Matt Patricia, the problem with that is that was a whole completely different voice that wasn't in the locker room most of the year. Leffler's been there.
Actually, they hired Patricia about a week or two after they hired DeShields.
Nobody knew him.
They hired Patricia, and which told me they never had confidence in DeShields in the first place.
Correct.
They was hedging a bet.
And then do you remember this? What did they talk about when they hired him? They talked about he had the conversation with C.J. Gardner-Johnson because they had history when he was in Detroit, I believe.
No, you're talking about Slay. You're talking about Slay.
Was that Slay? Yes. Correct. Yes. They had history. So there was already something not quite right. And then when you bring a stranger into the house, your boy said, yeah, I know him. I can vouch for him. I don't know you, though. That's what the situation was with Matt Patricia. And it imploded. At least Leffler's been in the locker room. And Leffler's been in meetings.
And Parks Frazier.
Leffler's got a relationship with Jalen Hurts.
If you're going to make the change, Marcus,
now's the time to do it.
You cannot, after what you saw, you cannot allow yourself to go 5 more games with this man.
Afrado, if Frank Reich is available, if you're going to get somebody on the outside that can step in and be ready to go, that would be him. I bring Frank Reich back in a minute. And even if I didn't, even if I get rid of Patullo and say, Leffler, you're going to call the plays for the rest of the year, I would, at the end of the year, I'm hiring Frank Patullo. I'm opening up the checkbook. Because we cannot have an internal coach anymore. Leffler hasn't been here long.
Right.
So to me, he's still on the outside, and Leffler's got good history. He's got good history, but at least he is a familiar voice in the locker room. So to me,
and a familiar voice to the quarterback.
Yes. But Patullo was supposed to be that too.
Supposed to be that. He's been here since 2021.
Yep.
And you look like you just got here.
Yep. Absolutely.
He is inept. He is impotent. He is completely ill-equipped.
I think he's just out. He's out.
He's out of his depth. He's out of his depth.
Yeah.
He's out of his depth. He does not know what he's doing. He has no rhythm to his play. I was watching Ben Johnson link these plays together like Legos.
Man, I do. Everybody talking about in the chat. They talking about Dayball. I'm like, I don't want to hear no damn rumors about Dayball. No, thank you.
I was literally watching Ben Johnson put this game like he was playing with Legos all night. He was doing Tetris.
He was killing us with the chess game, bro. He was killing us with the chess game. Did you see that pass? It was late in the game. I think it was at the end of the third quarter. Jalen drops back. He's got A.J. Brown going across the middle, and he hesitates. It looked like Jalen,
but then he eventually let it go, and he connected.
He did. But my point is this.
But he hesitated.
No. But my point is this. The reason why he hesitated was because we got out-coached on that play. He thought it was going to be man-to-man. They dropped back in the zone coverage.
Oh, wait. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
We ran that play thinking it was going to be man. And when they dropped back in zone, the reason why Jalen just didn't release it the first time, because it looked different. And he was like, well, hold on. So defense wins that battle, wins the chess match. We got out-coached. Got out-coached. And Chicago, my boy Broclaw was on with me. He's from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Chicago did what I wish we could do. They found out what was working, and they ran it and ran it and ran it until we could stop it, and we never could stop it. And they kept running the ball.
You want to know what killed them the most? When the Bears would go heavy on the left side.
Yep.
And then they run the counter on the backside, and because they created a cutback lane, stealing you off. They made you go. They went heavy. They made you load up. And then they create that big ass cutback lane as wide as Broad Street. They did that so many times.
They kept giving the ball to DeAndre Swift deep. And basically it was like, you find where you want to go.
Basically.
That's like zone blocking.
He has so many options.
Zone blocking. And did you see some of his cutbacks?
Yo, he made Sidney Brown look stupid on one of them.
Stupid. And that was a hip movement because he was
didn't
still
even
going
do
vertical.
much. He just pivoted. He didn't do much.
Correct. Because if you can make somebody miss while still going vertical, you're not losing any ground. That was perfect.
When he made that move, he didn't lose any
some
steam.
hard cuts. He made some hard cuts too, but what he was doing was everybody was flowing and he would cut it hard back. But that offensive line had that backside washed out. So it was nobody there when he cut back. Us, on the other hand, did you see Saquon's best runs? He bounced it outside. He bounced it outside of the tackles. Outside of the tackles. We should know this by now. Outside of the tackles. Tank Bigsby didn't get one carry today.
Not a single.
Not one.
He could have ate today.
He could have. We'll never know, will we?
Yo, this super chat right here is wait, where is it? This is not the one it's not the one I'm looking for, but shout out to Mingo with the super chat. He says every time Nick hires within the office looks like this. First Brian Johnson, that Campbell. And then there's the other super chat I'm looking for, the one that's really important to me. Here it is. He says, D. Charles says, let's not forget AJ and Dotson vouched for Patullo while Hurts was the one that was iffy on the hire. Listen, AJ, what do you expect them to say?
Yeah, don't buy into the we vouched for him and What do you?
They didn't vouch for him.
What do you want them to say? Oh, Patullo sucks, man. We don't like that dude. It'll never happen.
What do you expect them to say about that? Now, Hurts on the other hand,
they told the company line like they were supposed to.
Now, my man Hurts, shout out to OJ Spivey because he the one that brought it to my attention. I overlooked it. When it was announced that Patullo was taking over, they asked Hurts how he felt about it. And Hurts didn't just give him the seal of approval. Hurts was like, well, it's going to be a different role than what he's used to.
Right.
That's coded to me.
Yeah.
Shout out to OJ Spivey from the Philadelphia Tribune, a phenomenal writer. Shout out to that brother. He was on the show a few weeks ago. Really appreciate him. He brought it to my attention. OJ Spivey's he's in a locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you know him.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, when he pointed that out to me, I was like, I felt like that meme off the ball off the wire. That meme, I felt like that because I'm like, oh, snap, he really didn't give him the green light. He straight up said, it's going to be a different role than what he's used to doing. That was fresh off the Super Bowl.
Remember this, Tone. It is very easy to just say what it is. When people get cryptic, when people beat around the bush, great example. If Jalen goes out and throws for 350, 3 touchdowns, all of that, has a great game, it is very easy for somebody to say, yeah, Jalen Hurts was in his bag today. He had a great game today. And that's the type of play we need to go to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy to say that. The minute it's something different, the answers get less and less plain. Mm-hmm. So whenever you hear an answer, to your point, to what Spivey said on your show, whenever you get answers where you got to think, like, wait, let me think for a second. It wasn't because they can't just come out and say it. They can't just come out and say, Kevin Patullo would not have been my choice to be my offensive coordinator. He can't say that.
Right.
To the point we were making about AJ and Devontae and everybody coming out supporting Patullo. What are you going to say?
Right. They're receivers. What are you saying?
You're not going to throw them under the bus.
Yeah.
Because now everybody's looking at you like, why would you do that to your coach? Even though they probably know what the deal is. And think about this going forward and listen for this, regardless of who you're talking about, regardless of what team you're following. Try to read between the lines.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody says, when somebody gives somebody praise, try to figure out why couldn't you just say that?
Mm-hmm.
How easy was it for you to say that? If it's anything else, something's up. I used to tell people this all the time, and I use it as a joke, but sometimes I'm dead serious. You ever been in a conversation and somebody out of the blue, you'll be having in a conversation with somebody for 10, 20, 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of the blue, they say, well, you know what? To be honest with you, time out. To be honest with me. So that means you've been lying to me the whole time? Why you got to be honest now?
I see what you're saying. And sometimes I do that only because like I think it's just a phrase people say.
It is, but if you think about
but if you really think about it, what would stop you from saying that to begin with?
Why would I assume you weren't being honest with me? You
Yes.
didn't need to say that.
Yes. Yeah, I hear what you're saying right there, and I tend to lean your way with that. I'm actually trying to. It's funny. It's so funny you said that. I've been trying to get that out of my vocabulary because it's something people just say when they find themselves trying to make a point.
The truth can always be questioned because it'll always come back to truth. AJ Brown, why is he so cryptic? Why is he always complaining? It's all about me. Blah, blah, blah. Why can't you just shut up? La, la, la. You can always question the truth because it'll always come back the truth. AJ Brown has not said one thing wrong. You just didn't want to admit it. You didn't want to believe it. I'm tired of his tweets and it. What did he say was wrong? And now it's sitting in your face. And what is everybody going to say about him now? That they are not saying themselves. That's why I say you got to let the game play out. Because it is going to come to fruition one way or another. So just like my man Shannon, he was on my stream after, and I told him, I said, bro, talk your talk. Y'all put belt to ass today. Talk your talk. I don't mind other fans on my side.
I love it. I don't
keep
mind
it 100.
I love it.
As long as you ain't toxic, keep it 100. Because if it was us, we would be doing the same thing.
For sure.
So you
listen,
know what?
I don't mind.
Talk your talk.
Listen, I love when other fan bases come in because it's the lay of the land. It's part for it comes with it. It
comes with it.
When you do content, and this is the part of it that can be exhausting when you're like a real fan. Regardless of the outcome, you got to answer for that.
You got to answer for it.
You got to face that. And that's where people tap out of the content game because they can't handle that pressure when it mounts.
Nah, everybody ain't trolling. Everybody ain't trolling.
Everything ain't trolling. Sometimes it is what it is. Sometimes people just talking trash.
If you're not a Philadelphia Eagles fan and you come in and you say Jalen Hurts suck, I can't argue with you because we got our ass blowed up today.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll play itself out one way or the other.
Yo, Mark,
check this out. My man Broclaw, shout out to Broclaw. He said, Coach, he said, why they booing your boy Jalen Hurts going into the locker room? I ain't used to that. I said, bro, this Philly. They don't play. If you ain't up to snuff, they will let you know in no uncertain terms. So there is no misunderstanding. They do not like what you are putting out.
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean that just like family, though. It don't mean we don't love you. But we going to let you know that this is some bullshit that you doing. You tried to I showed my wife that video this week. You tried to do something different with the macaroni and cheese, and you done messed up the macaroni and cheese for Thanksgiving. My wife was cracking up with that video, boy.
Oh
but this is it, man. You can't. It is what it is. Take the good with the bad. Now, next week we might come out and blow somebody's doors off, but I'll wait to see.
I don't trust them.
I don't
trust them.
You know what? I take that little stretch when they was running tempo. That I trust.
That right. That part. When there's freedom at the line of scrimmage. But whenever Campbell has time to think, he can't think his way out of a wet paper bag.
You know what? It's like that dude that swear up and down he can beat you at chess, but he just can't. I don't mean he don't know how to play. It doesn't mean he didn't study the game. But when y'all go head to head, you always take it to him. If he can think 6 moves ahead, you can think 12. You always ahead of the game. And there's just some people like that. Some people, they know they got all the book knowledge in the world. But the minute they step on the streets, they don't know what's going on. And maybe Kevin Patullo is one of them people. Because they got his number. And guess what? We can bitch moan and complain that this is Sirianni's offense and there's no flavor to it and it's predictable. And well, then it was predictable last year. And it was predictable the year before that. And it was predictable the year before that. So it ain't the only thing that has changed is the guy that was actually calling the plays.
Because like
That's
you said,
the biggest difference.
Because you said it. You said a playbook is robust with plays, thousands of plays. Thousands. So there's things in there that can work. The problem is you have a play caller who can't take his head out of his ass. And again, Jalen Hurts did not have a good game today.
No, he didn't.
I'm gonna make that very clear. He didn't have a good game.
Don't listen.
But also,
numbers don't lie, but they do deceive. Because
yes,
don't look at that stat line and think.
Oh, that was stat pad. That was stat pad. Listen, Jalen Hurts didn't have a good game today. But I've seen what Jalen Hurts looks like when he has someone competent calling the plays. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Agreed.
So I'm not going to sit here. I've seen what it looks like when Jalen Hurts is in tempo, when he's in the rhythm. I'm not going to sit here and allow somebody to convince me Jalen Hurts isn't the right quarterback for Philadelphia, because this is the problem with Philly now. Sometimes they run people out the city. They run people out the city, and trust me, Jalen Hurts, that relationship with Howie and that relationship with Jeffrey Lurie is tight. And what Jalen Hurts was able to deliver with that for the Eagles organization last year, Lombardi Trophy, Super Bowl MVP, the way he played in the playoffs and in the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl, and just how efficient he is, how he doesn't turn the ball. Today was a weird game. He doesn't turn the ball over. Jalen Hurts plays efficient football. But the reality is this. I know what Jalen Hurts looks like when he has somebody that knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I know what he looks like when he got somebody that knows what they're doing.
What did you think of? He threw those 2 duck balls. The one ball looked like he got blocked, and it didn't. And then the next play, he scrambled to the right.
We told the first one to Smitty.
Yeah, and then he threw it out of bounds, and that was a duck ball. And I was like, is his finger hurt? Is he? And my man was on the stream telling me that he said that was just the wind. And I was like, nah, that didn't look like the wind, man.
That first one came out his hand all weird.
Right.
Because at first Herbert Street was like, yo, did somebody tip it? Exactly. And they played it back.
I saw that play. And I was like,
wasn't even
that
close.
Was just a duck. But fast forward to that 2-point conversion. He tried to hit
Barkley in the back of the end zone, I think.
Yes. And did you notice the ball came out the same way? Now, that play, he had a good grip on the ball and he threw it. And I'm going to say 0.1 seconds after that ball left his hand, then it started wobbling again. And I said to myself, and I'm going to look at it again in slow motion. Maybe it was the win.
Because he was off platform. It was pressure in his face. It was just
but the way the ball, it looked like he got a good spin on the ball, and then just all of a sudden, the ball in midair started wobbling. And I said, you know what? Maybe it was wobbling because of the wind as soon as it left his hand. Because the wind, if the few times they showed the flags in that stadium, that wind was up.
Yes.
That wind was up, and that's why he missed Devontae Smith late in the game. Devontae had his man beat, and he underthrew it. He didn't underthrow it. He ripped that, and the wind just took it and killed it in the air. And it ended up falling short.
Yeah.
So maybe that was something. I don't know. But Lester Johnson, that fumble with the tush push killed it. So
man, oh man.
But they told, man, it's I gotta go, man. I got some sweet potato pie that's gonna make me feel better. So
real quick, Grady87 says, remember we almost did get Shador. How we did Wentz the same way. Don't count out some weird issue to happen in the offseason if we lose and tank out. It's different.
But Wentz never got us to the promised land, though.
Yeah, Wentz never won you a Super Bowl. Wentz didn't have a Super Bowl MVP. Wentz couldn't stay healthy. Like that wasn't just that Wentz thing was a trickle down effect. Like that was a buildup.
If Jalen Hurts never wins another game for the Eagles, he's still only 1 of 2.
And guess what? If Jalen Hurts doesn't win another game for the Eagles, he still did more than all them evaluators say he would ever do in the NFL.
Two Super Bowls in 3 years?
Come on, man.
So,
which is why
that's not
I
going
don't
to happen.
think Jalen Hurts is not your long-term problem.
Yeah, that's not
He's
the
not your
problem. The
long-term
problem is we got to bring in. Hey, let me put my name in the hat right now. Bring Frank Reich back.
Yeah, and also Wentz got no playoff wins.
Facts.
And the one time he did play in the playoff game, got knocked out in the first quarter by Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, that was an ugly hit, though.
Yeah, but
that was an ugly hit.
Yeah. You want to know what I give Wentz credit for? With that 11-1 record or that 12-1 record.
He was nasty.
Setting up the Nick Foles run. I give him credit for that.
It was good until it wasn't.
I'll give him that. But Marcus, man, I appreciate you, man. I ain't gonna hold you up no more. Go get that sweet potato pie. Go get some comfort food. Listen, man, I got some extra food waiting for me too, man. I got a red velvet brownie with Oreos in it.
What? I see.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go lock in on that, man.
All right, I'm gonna stop being sad, man. Listen,
but before you go, I said something when the stream started. I said, I know I'm in a dangerous place when my emotions start to become detached from this outcome. when I stop expecting anything different, that's when I'm in a dangerous place as a fan.
No, I won't say that because I still expect them to win.
I guess what I'm saying is I don't expect with Kevin Patullo at the helm. I don't expect him to get better.
I do. I'm like because I look at it. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of expectations. That to me, that goes up the chain. I still expect Kevin Patullo to be able to call a better game than he is, and every time he trots out there, that's what I'm expecting. So what? So you know what that does, Howie? Let's go up the chain.
Operative word expecting. Operative word expecting. You're right. Operative word expecting. I think we all go into a game expecting him to. We're praying he's better. We're praying he's better.
Correct. But I'm matter of fact. The same way I told you about Cam Jurgens. Cam Jurgens is clearly hurt. Brett Toth might be a better answer. But if you're gonna trot Cam Jurgens out there, then I don't care if he's hurt. I got expectations. If you put the uniform on and you line up, I'm expecting you to play. If Kevin Patullo, if you ain't up to par and they not firing you and you still getting up out there, I'm expecting you to perform.
Well, let me ask you this question before you go. Final question for you. It's a two-part question. One, should Kevin Patullo lose his job? And we know they got a 10-day break. Part one to the question. Should Kevin Patullo lose his job? And if so, who gets the job? Scott Leffler or Parks Frazier?
Scott Leffler. Scott Leffler's got a better track record. Hopefully he can get us to the end of the season, get us through the playoffs, and then next year hire Frank Reich.
Y'all heard it. So me and you are in agreement that Kevin Patullo, you have this 10-day break before you got to go to LA. You got to have a come to Jesus moment. Hey, Nick Sirianni, go have that conversation with your boy.
You can't have no days off, man.
Before I'm having a conversation with you next. Because the one thing about this Eagles team, ownership has shown you, they don't care what you did. They will fire your ass. And I kind of respect that. I respect that.
If Howie don't see us going the way he want to go, we'll see.
I'm telling you.
I got to go, bro.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Listen, man, as always, love, man. I appreciate you, man. You go take care. Enjoy that sweet potato pie.
All right. I'll be back on at 10:30 tonight if y'all want to have a late nightcap.
Hey, listen, man. Send me the link and I'll try to show some love. Hopefully, wifey not try to get me to watch a movie I want to watch.
All right. Later, bro.
All right, big dog. Take care, man. Shout out to my man, Coach Marcus, man. Shout out to my man, Coach Marcus. Oh my God. All right, you guys. That's pretty much the show. We're going to get out of here. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I appreciate the love and the support. I appreciate all the donations. You guys have been fantastic. Oh, before I go, I have another question for you guys that I'm going to put in the chat. Will the Eagles fire Kevin Patullo before the Chargers game? I need to know. from y'all. Before I get out of here, I need to check your temperature real quick. I need to check your temperature. I need to check your temperature because today was a low. And I'm telling you, that 2023 collapse, as much as I don't want to claim that, that's on Howie Roseman and it's on Jeffrey Lurie's mind. It's on their minds. I'm telling you, they're not sitting, they're watching this shit and they see incompetence. They see incompetence. They are not going to sit on their hands and allow, they have to save their season. They have to save their season. Your season is on the line. You cannot allow Kevin Patullo to run this thing into the dirt. You're going to have 5 games to acclimate a new play caller. 5 games. This is the longest stretch of time off you will have before the playoffs start. The number 1 seed is over with. That's done. That's done. At this point, you got to just win the division. But now the Cowboys are on your ass. They're on your ass now. You can't afford to lose any games. They're on your head now. It's just that simple. Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman, pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. You cannot allow this man to continue to go on like this with all this talent. All this talent. All this talent. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You guys, that's the show. Smash the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. You guys have been phenomenal. I've been your humble host, Tone DeShields II. And you guys have been locked in on Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game.